started, we were talking about the Celts, and there was one of these tribes, the Cantiasi people. Well, the name Canterbury comes from them. Canterbury, Kent as well, the Garden of England, the area where we are now. If you analyze the word Canterbury, is an old English word for town. So the town or the area, the land of the Cantiasi, Canterbury. Before the Romans arrived here, I remember before these treaties were signed, the Romans wanted to get rid of the Celts. So this used to be a very important settlement for the Celts, and this was destroyed by the Romans. Unfortunately, we do not know the name of the Celtic settlement. So the Romans got rid of it, and they built their own town, Durovernum Canterbury. And later, with the time and the evolution of the language, this came to be Canterbury. And of course, the place is famous because of the cathedral. So, let me see. Remember, we already established the Romans left, or the Romans abandoned Britannia in the year 410. Actually, some of them stayed, some of them ex-soldiers offered their services to Anglos and Saxons. With this in mind, after the Romans left, Anglos and Saxons took over this land, and they were conquered by the Normans in 1066. In the year 596, Pope Gregory the Great, he saw two blonde slaves in a market back in Rome, and upon asking who these people were, the answer was that they were Angles. They're Angles, my lord. And so he answered them back, they're not Angles, they're angels. They're angels of God, and they need our help. That is how he sent, next year, 597, he sent Augustine to Christianize the pagans. And that is how Augustine became the first Archbishop of Canterbury. And the first cathedral was built for him just after 597. So what happened to this cathedral? Well, back in those times it was normal, actually. It happened all the time. It was destroyed by a fire. And we could say today that the cathedral that you're going to visit today have been built and built again and rebuilt in several occasions because of this fire. Just before the Normans arrived in the year 1066, a fire destroyed this cathedral, and just after, soon after when they arrived, they rebuilt this cathedral that was destroyed by a fire in 1070, and then in 1071 rebuilt. The last major works, well, they were in 1834. So today we could say that the cathedral was built between 597 and 1834, and even today, with money from the National Lottery, they're investing almost 25 million pounds for restoration, and you're gonna see all the scaffolding around. Now, the place is famous because whenever you talk about Canterbury, you associate this with the Canterbury Tales and with Thomas Becket. So to talk about this, let's go back to Henry II. If this name, Henry II, does not ring a bell, his most famous son was Richard I, the one that you can see in these Hollywood movies, Richard the Lionheart. What happened? He was a Norman descendant, and because he was a Norman descendant, he needed to abide by the rules of the church, because when the Normans crossed, they had the church on their side. So that is how the church had special laws. There was a law for the kingdom and a law for the church, and because he was a Norman descendant, he needed to abide by these laws. He couldn't take part or mess around with the church, anything concerning the church. But Henry wanted this power. He wanted to seize the power and the wealth of the church. So he had a plan. His friend, his personal friend, Thomas Becket, was going to be appointed as Archbishop of Canterbury, and with this, he was going to have more power over the church. But this didn't work, because when Thomas Becket became Archbishop, he told his friend, well, my lord, now I'm the Archbishop, so my duties are with the church and not with you, my lord. And this proved to be disastrous for both of them. According to propaganda back in those times, the king was in 1174, he was in his land in Normandy. Remember, Norman descendant, they had the island and Normandy, northern France. So, according to propaganda back in those times, the king was furious and he was drunk. And he pronounced some words, who is gonna help me get rid of this so-and-so man? And they said he used very bad words to refer to him. And 4 of his knights were present. They took this as an order. So they crossed the channel, they came here, and they wanted to arrest Thomas Becket. But instead they killed him. The church was furious. The king had to apologize publicly. And after this, people started to talk about miracles happening here. And that is how all this pilgrimage started from all the rest of the known world, from continental Europe. So, people used to tell stories about this pilgrimage to entertain people coming. And that is how Chaucer took these stories and transformed them. That was the inspiration from Canterbury Tales. And he probably took inspiration from older tales. Now, unfortunately, the remainings, the relics of Thomas Becket, well, they don't exist anymore. And this is because of another Henry VIII. Now, Henry VIII, he did what Henry II wanted to do, seize the power of the church. Let's see, talk about Henry. You know Henry VIII and his 6 wives. He was married for more than 22 years to his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. They had a daughter, Mary. But he wanted a son, he wanted a king. So he basically wanted to split from his wife. And the church said, no, I don't think so. So, being Henry VIII, he didn't want anyone, not even the church, to tell him what to do. So he thought, okay, I'll split from the church, and I'll seize the power of the church. So what he did is he convinced the parliament that the kings had the power over the church. And this was like that for hundreds of years, but at some point they forgot about this, and the church took over. And that was the time to seize this power back, and that is what he did. In 1536, they started with the dissolution of the monastery. This This was how they seized the power and the wealth, all this silver and gold from the church. When they started in the 1536 with the dissolution of the monasteries, there were more than 10,000 monks. At the end, after 4 years, in 1540, there were none. And that is how Henry became the head of the church, this new church. It's exactly the same faith, with slightly some changes that you can get married. And that is how this Church of England, the Anglican Church, started. And this is what you're going to visit today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Canterbury. Now remember that I told you that the Romans, when they were here, they were constantly attacked by Angles and Saxons in between 43 and 410. And that is the reason why they had to wall their cities. These walls, these Roman walls, they were later rebuilt by Angles and Saxons and then by the Normans. And you can see the remains of the walls here all around. Take a look at this. Mire, estos son los restos de las murallas. Los romanos construyeron murallas porque ellos fueron constantemente atacados entre el 43 al 410. Recintos amurallados. Estas murallas fueron luego reconstruidas por los anglosajones y luego también reconstruidas por los normandos. Y estos son los murallones reconstruidos. Entonces básicamente nos encontraríamos fuera del pueblo y haremos ingreso al pueblo en un minuto. So if you think about it, basically now we're outside the city, outside the walled city, and we're gonna enter the city in a minute.
We have a Carluccio's back there, right here. The Carluccio's. There's a Fenwick.
Did ever say where the bus was going to be?
No, he didn't say where it was going to be, but he said meet him back here at 10 after. I guess we'll have to meet him back here because we won't know where the bus is. That's what I mean. Isn't that right up here?
Muy bien. Esta es la calle principal, una calle muy moderna.
Do you see in there?
Because of the sign.
Yeah, but not this time. Demelza. What show is that name from? Demelza? She's in Poldark. Yes, it is. Demelza. She was in Poldark. She's the redhead.
I don't know.
What did you think it was?
I don't know. A lot of different groups up here.
There's a Debenhams. Do you see Debenhams? Right there. So we're going into Canterbury Cathedral, and they're doing extensive work on it through here. That you can see right here. They're doing a lot of work on it. Oh man.
I wish you'd give my other camera.
Okay.
I really can't do that.
I mean, you can go in if you want to wait for me.
Okay, it's 5 till 2, and we have to be back at the coach at 3:20. So, not a lot of time. But here's the front of the cathedral, and we're going to go in. Like I said, they're doing extensive work on it.
There's notices.
No cell phone. Switch off mobile, that's all it says. Wait, in the crypt. You can't take pictures in the crypt. So you can everywhere else. The whole thing's not a crypt, is it?
Looks like a piece of something taken down.
They just wrap the bodies in the bags when they
Got no place else to put them. It's full.
So who's in that?
There's another one over there. And over here. Oh, they're way up there.
He said you could go around somewhere, but I couldn't hear what he was saying.
We're going to really have to keep track of time because I could lose track of time in here and then not get to go anywhere else.
This is pretty, though. I like the one.
The one at Bath, I've already thought that. The one at Bath has this one topped.
Yeah, it does.
Because
the stained glass.
the stained glass in Bath. And there's more on the walls. Yeah.
And the seats, it doesn't seem like they had pews in Bath.
Yeah, they had pews in Bath. Yeah, these are just chairs. He's getting ready to talk.
It's so much nice. That's interesting.
Good afternoon and welcome to Canterbury Cathedral, the mother church of the worldwide Anglican Communion. We hope that you are enjoying your visit, but we ask at this moment, wherever you happen to be in this little church, that you stop and that you are still and quiet while we use this wonderful place for the purpose of which we built is none other than the worship of Almighty God. And at this time, we want to pray particularly for the people and the city of Manchester, all who have been caught up in the last 2 days in that horrible attack. And we want to hold before God the pain of the injured, the grief of the bereaved, and the exhaustion of the emergency services and of those relatives who keep vigil. And may the risen Christ grant us and all whom we love the joys and blessings of eternal life. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, may the souls of the faithful rest in peace and rise in joy. Amen. Should anyone wish to pray such divine this, open in the name
We can. I don't know if we're going to have time to go everywhere, Kevin. I want to go up there.
Do that first, or we're going to come back next week?
Yeah. Do you want to go over there and get a picture of that in front of that window? Because if you get up close, you'll be able to get the whole thing. Can you sit down here for a minute? My battery's blinking.
Sit down, I need to give you a Wi-Fi.
This is pretty impressive. I know. Do you see this?
It's pretty.
That ceiling, I love that ceiling. That ceiling down there, way down there in the other section.
The white part?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's secure from falling.
No, I'm saying that ceiling up there. You can see it up there. Oh, did you get the round part? Do you see that window?
Excuse me. Where's the culpable?
Do you see the clothes? Huh? Do you want to go downstairs?
Yeah, down there.
Yeah. Do you want to go down through there or over here? It's huge. We didn't realize once you got on in that they would have all those stained glass windows. Do you want to take any pictures from here or of the windows? Oh, you should take one of that. If you can. Oh, look at those. It looks like wheat. If you come back here, no. This is where what? Oh, a gift shop. Oh, look at that. That ship. Dad used to do those. That's really cool though. He would like that. We were getting ready to leave and I saw this model, and this is the inside and then this is the outside. I just thought that was really cool that they had a mock-up of it, a model.
Because they follow the wall.
It's right here. So we're walking to the restrooms, and it's basically behind the cathedral. It's way back here. But we've been told that it's nice. But walking back here gives you a good chance to see the part that you don't from the front. And look at this archway over here. So I got a little video of the bathroom. because these ladies told us where it was, and I thought they were like making a joke about it, like the way that it was set up, but they weren't. You literally go in the stall, as you'll have seen right before this, hopefully, or Kevin will insert it somewhere in here. You literally go into the stall and you get your own toilet, but you get your own little sink and soap and everything right there in that stall. So it's weird. Everybody gets their own. So
I'm going over here. This is what he was saying. You go through the shop and come out.
right.
It's right near that. It's such a place.
Okay. So they do have a shop. This is a pretty place to sit. Hot or cold refreshments. No, wouldn't want anything hot today because it's warm out here. I have a button, huh? What? They might have a postcard in here. Do you mind if I look in here? Where do you think I should look? Back here. Are those tea towels?
Yeah, so it looks like.
I'd like to get that. So they had a lot more in this gift shop, but I just don't have time to show you. I wish I did. But they had all kinds of stuff up here, but we just are so limited for time. Thanks. That we bought what we had to buy and we're coming out. Now, that shop was, I think it was up that way, wasn't it? Or was it down here? Was it down there? No, it was right up here, wasn't it? Although there's probably more. They said if you go that way, that's the old town. Down that way.
That's where we just came. That's where we came from.
No, not around the corner. The old town. We didn't see it. Here's this. But I guarantee you they have more.
You want to go down the other side of the shops down there?
Yeah, because I don't think this is... Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because he said he was going to turn and cut out the other way.
Yeah, and at least we would
go down the other side.
Right. But no, they were saying if you went down and went on around the corner, I guess it looks older. Older buildings, or maybe a lot of people take pictures. I don't know.
Oh, sort of over.
That would be hard on a walker.
That's that street. There's the route side.
On down. I thought on down from the cathedral they were saying to go on around, and it was. We have 15 minutes.
See, he was going to wait here.
Right. Can we just go on? That's what. Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's fidget spinners. That's all.
Ooh, fudge.
That's the same place we found in Scotland.
The sewing shop, Kevin. Souvenirs. I wonder if any of these places would have one of those spoons.
Oh.
I'm certainly looking for one the whole time we're here.
I can't decide if it smells good or not.
I know. I feel the same way. Wonder what building that is. See it?
Yeah. There's Debenhams.
Debenhams.
How about your pants?
Yeah, that one's upstairs and downstairs.
Here.
What? Well, there's nobody here. Is that a dog or a cat? That's a dog. Do you want to go back down and go in that souvenir shop?
It's if you want.
I do not have a lot of time to tape at all. We have a very, very short time in Canterbury, I think. But we're looking in this kitchen shop, so I thought I would show you. This is in the basement. We're looking around. I probably won't show you much more. They have them, but they don't have anything.
Nothing back there.
Nothing back there. So we've come down in the basement looking, and then they have 2 other floors, but they don't have what I'm looking for, so. But they have air conditioning, which is good because a few of the shops we've been in do not have any air conditioning, and it's hard to breathe because it's so hot outside. So here's the the middle floor, and then there's another floor. There's a very strong plasticky smell in there, though. Kevin, there's a souvenir shop. They have those spoons in there too, but they're the same thing. So we're back on the bus from Canterbury. We're still here. And I don't think we had enough time here. I really don't think there was enough time. Just because the cathedral is so big and beautiful, and you hate to leave before you get to see it all, you know, if you want to see it. But by the time they do all that, there's not a lot of time to do anything else. And there's like a million shops there.